comments? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion is carried. Can I get a motion to cast one vote for the adoption of the 2014-15 Michigan Board of Cooperative Education Services, which is BOCES budget? Anybody want to second that?
Did anybody go to that meeting? Did anybody go to the meeting?
You don't have a motion on the floor.
Can I get a
sorry.
motion? Thank you.
Second.
Chris, there we go. Go ahead.
Did anybody go to the meeting?
I did not. Have any other?
I looked at it, but it looked like they did a pretty good job of laying it out. As far as what I said.
It is available on the St. Louis BOCES webpage.
I had a copy of it, I didn't know if anybody went and.
Some of that be reflected in our budget
Yes.
this year.
It's already in there.
Yeah.
Any other questions or comments?
Does BOCES have to make any cuts? Does anybody know?
Say the administrative charges went up 20%.
Well, we make cuts, I just wonder if they make cuts.
Yeah, I don't know.
Good question. I looked since I was in budget, I would say no. What happens if we fail to adopt this?
You can.
It doesn't make a difference anyway.
Each school
majority.
district gets to vote, the majority is what will rule in the end.
I'm just not against, I guess I'm not against the budget. I'm against the time we have to do it before our budget, I've always been against that. It should be at the same time, after we accept our budget, then they can accept theirs. I don't wanna go theirs first. but-
Seems like we have no control over the costs and
Yeah.
charges.
We want to run the motion.
You get to say all those things if you go to the meeting.
Yes.
You get to ask those questions and make those comments.
That was nice.
For
But you
future
can say it.
references.
Can I get any, all in favor?
Oh,
Hang on, that was a little brewer.
I don't know who that was.
Chris? All in favor? Rick, Terry?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody else?
I'm opposed.
Any opposed? Nay. So the motion is not carried. That's pretty neat. I don't know what to do. Say we did approve
That's it.
one of it.
Yep.
Okay.
As long as Kay has those who oppose and who did it tonight. It has to be voted tonight.
Who was for it?
Just the Terry.
Terry and Rick.
Terry and Rick?
Oh, everybody else opposed it?
Yeah. Okay, on to the next one.
I just think it's time to let them know that things should be changed on their half. We always get stuck with whatever
The burden.
the burden of it, and we gotta make cuts, and they just,
I agree.
The last one.
I think Tom brought up a good point, was the fact that they're making cuts and cuts and cuts, and their budget only went up minimal. Well, you know, I think everybody should fight the same fight, so.
Very good. Okay, a motion to cast one vote for Nancy Tacolino as a member of the board of BOCES.
I will move.
are we voting for
One for
3
each.
seats?
Three seats, three candidates.
That's all.
Okay, all right.
Second.
Where's she from?
There's 3 seats open,
Mm-hmm.
and there's 3 candidates.
One for each. And they're all currently on the board. They're running on close.
So then we want to know.
questions or comments? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion is carried. Take a motion, cast one vote for Marjorie McCullough. As postage member. Joe.
I'll second.
Joey. Questions or comments? So where's she from?
Well, the small school.
Maybe Morristown.
Not Ryan, I think.
Oh, maybe?
She
I don't know.
probably go to work. I think that's what it was.
All in favor?
Uh,
Any opposed? Motion is carried. Now I need a motion to approve the following individuals as election inspectors for the May 20th school budget vote for board member election. Okay.
Second, Rich.
Questions or comments?
I just want to say I'm just gonna more.
Conversation.
Is this thing we all?
Anybody have any questions on the members?
How are they typically, how are they?
Anyone I need to volunteer?
I recognize most of the names, so.
You got any live suggestions for me? Pass them on.
All in favor? Any opposed? Motion is carried. Thank you.
Now, you need to think about that electronic thing. Judy Bacon was here the other day just to pick up her child, but came in and talked to us. If you go to that, you have to use county-approved Board of Election inspectors. She will train our people and she will pay them to be trained, but you have to use theirs whether our people go or not.
And it'll cost us about $1,500 to go to the electronic machine.
Somewhere between 12 and 1,500.
Did that include using their election inspector?
No, that's additional.
What's wrong with you?
I figured that cost
Oh, we
him.
did? I thought that was, we don't pay.
Do they have to come and do something that they're really trying to do something that they have to be?
They have to.
We would
set
rent
up-
the machine.
As we say.
Oh, okay.
They do our ballot, you have to purchase ballots at 48 cents a ballot.
And they would take the average of how many people have voted here over the years, and we'd have to pay for that many, whether we use them or not.
Is there time limit in this?
Because at one point, legislation was going to make it that it would have to be electronic, but if that did not go through, so we could continue to do paper and pencil. But it is quicker, it's more expedient, you don't need as many people, it's not left up to guess. But that's something we have to decide tonight. Do we want to go electronic for next year, or do we want to continue paper and pencil?
At 8 o'clock, they don't sit and count, they do the machine and it tabulates and they add in the absentee ballots. And it's done.
Do we have that? We have that option, or one way or the other,
Yes,
for this
for
year,
next year. This year, we already were using paper.
for next year.
For next year, we will have to decide.
You can't use the village, those have machine related.
The legislation was to not allow the lever machines, which we've never had access to. I think they may extend it one more year, we still don't have access to them, so we're paper. Or some schools are starting to go electronic data with the county, and they're renting these machines, because to purchase a machine is like $20,000.
Yeah, I just can't imagine.
And
For all
then
the-
maintenance, upkeep, so for us to just do the.
And you still have to pay someone to program it every time, every election.
So, are the school district elections in our area staggered enough where everybody's gonna have access to those machines?
Everyone's on the same day.
Yeah.
They said they have no problem with machines, because on a regular election, you're gonna have a lot more votes, presidential or whatever it be. There's a lot more
Right, there's
votes in
18 school
schools.
districts that vote on the same day, but they have like 41
Okay,
election sites.
okay.
The machines would not ever be a problem.
Ordinarily, we make up our own ballot.
We do.
Do we have a feeling about what this is going to do?
All she said the other day is Messina's going to it this year. So I'm assuming that in the near future, we'll be able to ask them to do it.
What do you think we should do?
I mean, it's one of those things we've always done in pen, paper, and pencil. Is it quicker, more efficient? Yes. We're fortunate that Kay is able to get 10 volunteers each time.
make no doubt, the county is training them, hoping they'll work their elections as well, not just mine. I feel I would have to go and be trained, I don't think I should preside over an election that I don't know what they're doing. I don't know.
We'll hold up earlier.
I think some would do it, I think some wouldn't. And I think a couple that I use are currently approved by the county over there.
You can buy an awful lot.
Or I can simply use their list, which means they wouldn't be from this community. I don't really know how residents would feel about that. It's always been people from their own community.
So go another year, continue with paper and pencil?
Yeah, but I don't, as long as it's working, I'm not mandated to change.
With the finances that are.
Yeah. Okay. License questions.
So, Kate had sent you an update this afternoon with, the MOA for the swim team signed. That was signed earlier today.
Okay.
So I updated that and you were seeing the current numbers now.
So the 8631 is based on that.
I'm sorry, what was it?
8631
86.
for the swimming. There was times on there.
On the cut sheet?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's based on the one.
That town 765, that's,
No, I'm really
no.
we'll do it 8631. So the cuts restored on your sheet are from the proposed round two cuts. So we add the 77406 back in, where you take that out of 37975 basically. Making sense?
So after we restored everything from last meeting, our budget would be $12,658,955. And that's using $517,027 in fund balance.
Okay.
What was that number again?
517,027, it's also in the packet too.
Okay.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
So, should we back up and discuss the issue with Title IX that Mr. Holden brought up before we go further with cutting and
Right.
adding programs?
I would suggest so, yes.
Amy, one thing, we had a copy of all the sports programs on a sheet. I think you handed it out a couple meetings ago.
I don't know, keep going, I don't remember what else was on it.
They listed all the sports teams, how many were divided between the gals and the guys.
I didn't know that I made that.
No, I did.
Okay.
How much trouble would it be to get that again?
Well, it should be in the number.
I tried finding it.
I got this one. Is that what you're talking about?
No, it's how many students played baseball, how many students played basketball, how many students, girls, boys, modified JV, is that that? I didn't really have
That
that.
looks like
Yeah.
athletic.
Okay.
It's-
Yeah, so
Okay.
how, I guess we're in violation, we should probably, maybe somebody should explain Title IX or what's on the same page, I guess.
Explain what Title IX is.
Yeah.
It's basically what John said, it's the reverse discrimination, that because we have more girls' sports, which we had discussed previously, than male sports. And I was incorrect, and I said this to John, I thought that golf was a co-ed sport, not a male sport, because I've known girls obviously who have competed since the time I was here. But by decreasing it, then we're just putting, I guess, one more male sport out and keeping the female sports in. So then we are decreasing and just having a minimal amount of male sports versus a multitude of female sports. And to have 3 female sports in the fall when you only have 1 male, again, there's a discrimination to that. But John's, recommendation of the golf truly does fall under Title IX. We discussed that couple of board meetings.
It's nice whether it's a male or female sport.
That's kind of said by section 10. Now, it's not to say, and we've had this, if a boy wants to play volleyball, they can. If a boy wants to cheer, they can. But it's still determined as a male or female sport. And in the volleyball, it never came to that the boys actually got to play in a game because they ended up quitting prior. But they could have. In swim meet, my understanding was at times when we had a male student, he didn't necessarily have another male to swim against. And in golf, what John explained is that the girls can go, and if there's another school that they can accommodate for a girl to go against. Otherwise, they are just there for the practices and skills.
Remind me, we may have talked about it once before, but is swimming considered co-ed, or is that
No, it's female.
it is female sport?
Wasn't that why we originally picked swimming and volleyball when we first started our discussion?
That was where the discussion came from when the principals and I sat down, to try to make sports more equitable.
So have we always been in violation of Title IX, or are we just now in violation by eliminating golf?
No, we've always been, but now it's, and what I had said at the last meeting, if someone takes us to task on it, yes, we can pay severe fines.
Will this get us back in compliance?
No,
How close would we be?
well,
It's gonna have a girls' sport.
there's still 2 girls' sports more.
But as long as there's no boys sports coming in, I think we're okay, unless they ask for it.
Well, and we've had parents come and ask for football and wrestling, and
So we have options to go to the distance.
they do, but that's still, I mean, saying that they can, which is the same thing I initially, when I had met with Becky Slago, and I think I saw Becky back there, I'm not trying to talk about her, but, is that, you know, we could merge golf with another school. It's not convenient for parents, I really understand that, but it would give them that option. So it's no different than the parents who prefer to use the football all year, or to wrestling all year.
We have swimmers coming here. We have swimmers coming here also.
One
Yeah.
in the past from Herman Cal. But again, mergers don't hurt us one way or the other. We don't charge schools to merge with us. Some schools do.
Are most districts up here in violation of that?
I can't answer that. I don't know.
Merging's not gonna get us out of the Title IX.
Is cheerleading considering a sport?
Currently, it is not a sport, and for the last several years, they would say that it is now. Supposedly, next year, it's going to be a sport.
Oh.
That was where,
in the ordinance.
So we can count cheerleading as one of the girls' athletic.
actually, and that wasn't even when we were just counting, because at this point, up until
It's not
this
right
year,
now.
it's not a sport.
Okay.
But next year, they're saying that it will be a sport.
What was the cost of the golf?
6,000.
You just look it up.
6222.
Becky, I don't know if you wanted to present your idea or proposal. John at this point wasn't doing that.
I can. Did you make copies, John?
I didn't, I don't want to say much. I didn't because it didn't seem like it was feasible, because this is their last meeting, and we need an MOA for your proposal. And I was more on the, well, we can't get an MOA in this time, so to keep the program, we've got to go Title IX. And just so you folks understand, we're the only school that pays, that doesn't pay, we have free golf at Partridge Run, he does a lot of stuff free for us. Becky could drive the van, and when they go to matches, it doesn't need to be a bus with everybody, you know, there are options, and she's gonna present that.
Well, I was just going to say that, the golf team is, I don't know how the numbers come up with, but I mean, the golf coach gets paid like $1,364. That's a fraction of what other coaches get paid for sports. It's a lifelong sport, you know that already. And it's important to me, we're building a program, I mean, and I know that it's always been, I mean, tonight, the kids won one of their matches and only lost the other by 1. And that's against Canton and Hewlton, which was big for them, they beat Canton. So they asked me last week if I was going to do this, and I said that I'd already talked to Ms. Kelly, and what I was going to propose is if it would be feasible, if we could save the program, I would be willing to forfeit that coaching salary, and I would also be willing to come in over the summer to be trained and get my CDL so I can drive the bus and get the kids there. That's how important I feel this program is to our kids. I have 12, I had 12 start this year. Last year I had 15 start. We always have some that don't quite make it to the end, but yeah.
You need to see the older guy today.
I do not. I volunteered to do that last year because we had, at that point, we had bus driver issues. And Frank said that I certainly could do that, and I know that Sue got approval for me to be able to do that through the board. But he said that he would not want to do that because of contract issues with bus drivers.
She couldn't regularly do it as a scheduled event, to drive the van.
It's not big enough for practices because I have to take too many kids. Today I took 7 kids. They all went and they all played. But if we were limited, I know the band, I believe, is limited to 5, and that's how many I need for a match. But that would be strictly boys. I couldn't take my girls with me if that was the case.
And the van is not available on Mondays and Fridays.
And that's 2 of my match days.
But I know Fridays work.
So you took the bus today?
We did. We did. Thank you.
We can prevent scheduling concerns. They're often, they allow a lot of room in the schedule, if you guys do consider that.
What the golf budget was composed of, is the games plus $1,840. The drive to practice each day is $2,560. The golf coach is $1,422, and the golf budget line is $400. So that's the total.
Well, it's interesting, it doesn't, Translate Golf doesn't necessarily get us back in grace of the Title IX. So,
It'd be a step in the right direction.
bring golf back and get rid of the girls' sport, and that's headed in the wrong direction. So, I guess what we really need is, we don't have time to do it this year, but a real comprehensive review of the Title IX requirements and how we meet or don't meet them, what the risk is, so we can manage our risk and be a little bit deterministic as far as making some of these decisions. So, lessen the pain issue, probably not a bad idea, but lessen the risk anyways. But it looks like we really need to have a real, kid, what's Title IX, what we have to be compliant.
Title IX, I mean, fair and quick and easy is equal,
Yeah.
and same things.
So unfortunately, we're not in the, we're a women's sport and a men's sport.
Right now we have 8 boys sports program, 11 girls sports program. Next year, if we count cheerleading, which I think you said, then we'll have 8 boys and then it'll be 13 girls.
Does, for boys soccer, does modified and varsity count as 2 sports or a single sport?
My understanding, it counts as a sport, so when you break up the different teams and levels, it's just the
So we
sport.
have boys soccer and girls soccer.
Yes.
We have boys basketball and girls basketball. Well, yeah, modified JV, but,
At this point, would that be the only male-oriented sport that we've cut on this round of cuts?
Golf, yes.
I would think by keeping it in, at least we could show that we
We're
aren't
moving
going back.
back.
yeah, that's the thing, that
That would be nice.
We also have 5th and 6th grade or 5th and 6th grade basketball.
Was that male or female?
Both.
But that kind of really has basketball, they kind of count themselves on it.
That doesn't really count as technically a sport. This is not in the upper high school, athletics.
But I believe once there's a complaint, they're gonna come back to us and say, you need to get rid of, you need to come into compliance. Or they'll make you,
At least we
they'll make you
At
come
least it
in.
would be one of those.
Yeah.
Or why don't we go ahead and do it?
Since we're in a financial.
Why don't we do it tonight? I mean,
What do you
the
say?
state's gonna come and tell us, you're gonna do it, so, do we do it now, or do we wait until December, when you're in the middle of a program?
Well, I think those sorts of sweeping decisions would be better not done on the fly like this. That's my perspective.
They're gonna warn you anyways, and they're gonna stop you, I wouldn't think anyways.
Do you know any history of any Title IX
I I don't at the
Why
high school level,
violation? What do
only
they-
at college levels.
I look at this, I see, we have girls and boys soccer, we have girls and boys basketball, we have girls and boys baseball, softball. The only thing the girls have differently are the swimming and the volleyball.
Cheerleading.
And cheerleading.
The cheerleading, which is considered a sport. Well, they have two or extra, right? And
This year.
This is this year,
It's considered a sport next year.
maybe,
It was in
No, I
the
think so.
Is it?
minutes.
so it could be three then, next year. And we're talking about the only extra sport the boys have is golf.
Is it?
So we get two in violation.
Well, if we put golf back in, at least we go a little bit closer to compliance versus.
A little better than we did.
Right.
That's just,
I'm in favor of this, but I don't think it's fair to have Becky donate her whole 1364 for.
No, I didn't either.
Bring it back and fully funded.
So Becky, the $136,000 that we got back, it looks like the cuts that were restored were $77,406 of the 136, that's how much we put back.
So if you had adult to that, it'd be 83.
If that's the way you want it to go. If we,
Oh, I'm sorry on that.
They take 62.22 more of the,
sorry.
they take 62.22 more of the fund balance. Any board member comments or discussion or thoughts or feedback?
I think we should go ahead and reinstate it for this year.
I agree. Examine the timeline, applicability for moving forward.
I'm sure we're not the only people that find themselves in a situation of being lopsided. I don't know what their answer is, but if it's strictly 50-50 or if there's some movement, or at least it shows an effort on our part to comply.
May could I add something? I know that a sport can't be totally funded by fundraising, but Kevin again also said he would host the golf tournament for us. I mean, if that money could be helped to offset cost as well, that's one day of an event that could be planned that would help that too. Just an offer.
What we can't offset, but things like whatever it costs for transportation or busing, we can't offset that with fundraising.
Can we put that in the, booster fund?
No, we
We
can't
can't do
accept
that.
for the basic cost for the sport to take place. We can't accept anything from boosters or from somebody putting it in. If you want to buy everybody golf clubs, you could do that.
I guess that's
Still
what I
has to
meant.
pay the basic cost of the sport to make it survive and sustainable.
So it couldn't be donated to the Boosters Club.
It could be donated to Booster Club, but not used for the
But
golf.
not used for the buses and
For the purpose
the
of
gas
offsetting
and the
the cost.
transportation. It could be used if they wanted to get more lessons or to buy shirts and pants or
Try and help funding.
Offset, yeah.
Okay.
to supplant.
Still kind of shocked that this day and age, they're still talking about males and females. I mean, I understand Title IX, I think it's a great idea, but, you know, when you say male, golf is a male sport, but the females can go along. I just see that as a 50-50, you know, game.
There's no no swimming.
There is.
There is
There is in other places,
Other
it's
sections,
just
yeah.
not in
Different
this
season.
area.
Volleyball.
I mean, in college it's huge, male swimming, male diving, but not here.
Okay, any other thoughts or discussion about, so, consensus or favor So, any other budget-related discussions?
On your resolution, you could change your amount. $12,665,177.
Say that again?
$12,665,177.
What was the last few digits?
I bet you're kidding. 177.
177. I get this.
And that's using, fund balance of 523,249.
And that increase is attributed.
523,249.
What did you say?
That increase is attributed to
$6,222.
the golf program.
I'm also going to pass out just an example of where we would stay with the contingent budget. We would take out the equipment, but that would still leave us $29,677 of shortfall because we would not be able to raise taxes. So for that, we would either have to cut or we would have to use more fund balance.
So if we had to go to the lowest,
Yes.
if the vote failed or something.
So at 29,677, that would be the number we have to
Come over to
meet.
Right.
for.
Okay, thank you. So there's gonna be a draft 8.
Yes.
Is every tax increase
We're approving this tonight. I can send out the final, it will be final, draft final.
Because I see Herman's is 243.
I'm sorry, what?
Their increase in Herman's is 253, so every school is different based on, God pays, so. The tax increase levy,
Yeah, yeah, it's based on, if you had any carryover from last year, which we didn't. Any TRS or ERS, which I don't think anyone did, and then your capital exclusions.
so every school district's different.
I mean, some are as high as 11%.
If you have an increase to your capital, your debt, then you're going to have an increase to your levy.
I think the ceiling is 4.53%.
Anybody got any ideas where we could get 29,677 if we?
Yeah, you wanna continue on it?
But I just asked Bethany to figure that out as what's the worst case scenario, just to make people aware of what we lose in a budget if we have to go there.
And I also needed it for my reporting.
Thank you.
What will happen just as of this point, once the resolution that is passed this evening, then Becky will have to review some of these forms. They all have to go up on the school website in the next couple of days,
Okay.
so that we follow our mandates.
So, with all that said, can I get a motion to adopt the 2014-15 district budget? $12,665,177.
So, Reg,
Ready?
Second, Chris.
Chris? Discussion? Further questions or comments?
Question. The double transport we talked about earlier this month, and today with Frank. And the bus proposal we have up for that election. How would that change if that gets voted down? Could we put that in? How long would it take to bring that double route into the program? Could we do it in September?
Not if we don't get it approved.
I
mean, that's not in the budget.
I'm trying to make sure we got a backup plan in case one of the votes for the budget, for the buses gets voted down. No, I was just thinking of that and how we're gonna cover this if this gets voted down.
So your question is, would that be an option
That we could fall back.
to fall back on, potentially to be ready by next September? Good question.
Great, I mean, it wasn't necessarily proposed tonight to be set for this year. It's gonna take a lot of planning, a lot of people getting ready, a lot of changes.
I'm I'm just trying to have a backup plan.
Right, I don't think that's the good one, to be honest. I mean, like I said, we asked Frank to do this a couple months ago to try to look at things, knowing other districts do it, to see what savings could or would be, but it hasn't been discussed any further than this from tonight.
That's the first I've heard of it. So.
I think it's something we have to look at the future, because if we keep cutting our
Yeah.
budget, we gotta look at things like that, and that's the business
Well-
we're doing.
Right, at one point, somebody had asked us to even look into leasing, so we went back, to get that figured out as well.
Questions? Any others? All in favor?
No,
All in favor?
I'm a no. Sorry. I can't vote for this budget. I know that's not the popular thing right now, but for the same reason that the rest of you couldn't vote for the BOCES budget because you didn't feel like they made enough cuts. I'm concerned, so